You're tuning in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. So I want to talk about this because you see, what's happening is drill rap is about to come to an end before the year is over with. Drill rap started in 2010 up in the Midwest, and then it started flowing to the West Coast, to the East Coast within 2 years, and then it hit certain points of the South, and within 7 years it was at its peak. And within the last 7 years, it's been a lot of torrential situations that's been happening. Now, what y'all have to understand and understand is that it started hitting other communities. It started traveling in certain other communities to the point that it affected their situation. And because of that, the investigation started picking up. Now, I'm not condoning what these drill rappers have done, so don't come in my chat saying I'm condoning their behavior, which I have to understand economically, it has affected other communities. And I don't believe no one has talked about that for the most part. And what you have to see, being a person that has been around certain people, when I had my ballet business, I had, you know, a couple of kind of known drill rappers in New York who do an event for certain hip hop artists. And I'm not a drill rap music type of person. It's very demonic. It has caused a lot of the youth to spiral more than the regular hip hop I grew up in. And I'm not saying the regular hip hop I grew up in did not play an effect of the men and the ladies growing up in the 90s. At the same time, look what it's doing to the people coming up now. See, the thing is, it's because it's going worldwide. It has officially hit worldwide, and no one has talked about it. And I did my research, and I can't play the music, of course, and I don't want to play suggestions. You, the listeners, do your research, and you will see that it's in certain parts of Africa. They call it a different name. It's in Europe. It's also in Asia. It's also in the Middle East, believe it or not. And see, when they travel there, because they invite those people to the countries, most of the drill rappers got to meet people from other parts of the world. And when they got out to the masses, that's when they realize it's causing problems in their country. See, they don't mind if it's problems in America. Now, when it goes over to other countries and it affects their economics, their families, now we have to do a serious investigation. Forever Studios, I believe, is in the military. one of the military's ranking official. Salute to Federal Studios, he's in the building. We have another person called by the name of Hanson. It's in the house. I see you in the chat. So what you have to understand is that it has affected not only the youth, you have grown men who have promoted this from the hip hop era. They will not allow their children to listen to that mess. However, your children is out here, especially young ladies out here going crazy. It has affected their psyche. No matter who's in office, it will be shut down. It has to be shut down because, see, you have New York is spiraling with it, Chicago is spiraling with it, LA is spiraling with it, Georgia is spiraling with it, Tennessee spiraling with it, definitely New Orleans. They into drill heavy. You have Houston, Texas, also San Antonio. If you go out to certain events in Oakland, LA, San Diego, you go to certain arenas, you go to certain places, or you drive out and about, you hear it all day, every day. And now it's affecting their situation. It has spread throughout the four corners of the earth. And now they are indicting a lot of people. It's gotten that bad. They're going to shut it out the airways. So don't be surprised within a year on the internet that the music will not be allowed, to the point that Florida, the governor, put out a situation in Jacksonville at the time because they was trying to get it going on in Jacksonville when I went to Jacksonville. And the governor, DeSantis, said we don't want that. Now it is in Miami for the most part, and it's also in Tampa. It's not throughout Florida. Florida has the least of when it comes to drill music. You get what I'm saying? So all these messages coming in. Okay. One second, I got a lot of messages coming in from YouTube. So appreciate those who's tuning in. I see we got Carter in the building. He says I'm ready for it to be shut down. I hear you. The thing though is that it has psychologically have messed up a lot of relationships. Yeah, it's not prominent though. They get caught with playing drill music in Jacksonville. They have a certain task force for that, Carter. It's not as prominent as you think it is. Because when I was down there, I heard a little bit of it, and they have a task force for those type of people. You know, it's more a little bit prominent in Tampa, in Miami. It's not prominent in Jacksonville like it was. They tried, and the mayor of Jacksonville wasn't having that. You know what I'm saying? So like Orlando, they don't play that in Orlando. They play old school music, old school rap, hip hop. If you've been to Orlando, you know what I'm saying. So they kind of play that. It's very huge in North Carolina. Now, when I was in Charlotte, I didn't hear it as much. Yet it's very prevalent when you go on the roads in North Carolina. It's huge in North Carolina. It's crazy in Charlotte for the most part. Raleigh, Durham. They play it in South Carolina and Georgia. You know, it's just a little bit smaller in Florida. You know, they're very strict with that with the airways because the radio stations could get fined if they play it. If they get caught playing, they could get fined playing those type of music. So you rarely hear that in Florida. Even when I go to Daytona, I didn't hear it like that. In Daytona, it got they moments too. At the same time, they don't play that type of music. They don't play them games. So, hey, Minnesota is known for that, and you wonder why it's a lot of people around Carter's age messed up in their mind because they grew up and listening to that. They was youth. Carter's in his 20s. So a lot of people of Carter's age group listen to that heavy in Minnesota. Like they flipped Minnesota to a war zone right now when it comes to relationships. Because drill rap has caused a lot of people relationships with their family members, with their significant other, with their kids. They got them all scarred up. You know what I'm saying? I seen 2, 3-year olds with tattoos. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I don't know if you ever seen that in Minnesota, Carter, or Forever Studio out there in Oakland. I'm hearing about this, you know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't dare put that on my channel. However, I heard that a lot of 2, 3-year olds, their parents that's into the drill thing heavy, they put on tats on their children. That's crazy. This is why it's going to their situation, and because of that, that's why it's going to be shut down. You know what I'm saying? You said the B Dubs love Sexy Red there. Sexy Red is minute. At the same time, she's not like the other ones. Like she's a snippet of the actual drill that came out back in the days. Like I'm not giving her a pass. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to the spot, right? When I went to the spot, they was playing it a lot, and I was like, "Dad, man." It kind of threw me off because I don't like drill music. However, it is prominent in New York, especially Brooklyn and the Bronx and Queens, somewhat Manhattan and Staten Island when it comes to the boroughs. So like it was just taking me for a loop. Then when they started playing that old school hip hop, you know, I had to like really, really, really. It took a lot, and because I'm with the Most High, I didn't let it affect my psyche. You know, a lot of chicks are into that, into drill music. Surprisingly, drill music is like the heaviest doses of hell. Lady G, like the Sexy Reds. You have Carter. What's some other names? That's around Carter's time. You have Sexy Red. You have what's his name in Georgia? You had ones that passed away. What's the ones that passed away? King Von. What's the one that Ringo talked about? That's being indicted. Hold on, let me get the name. Hold on one second. That's how you know I'm not into that stuff like that. His name is what? Hold on, let me go to the Ringo's channel. Yeah, Little Dirk. Little Dirk. You have so many people. It's crazy. Pop Smoke. Yeah, Pop Smoke. What B Teller just said. Pop Smoke. Yep. So you have a lot of ladies in Houston, you know, and all these other places. Like they listen to drill. It's crazy. I don't know. It's so many drill ladies. Let's go across some names. Hold on one second. Let's do this. Drill. I'm not gonna even show them on my channel. Drill ladies rappers. Let's see some names. Okay, give me one second. Oh, this is gonna be one of those situations. They was all at the Grammys. Oh my goodness. Oh man. It's messy. It's messy. So you have Little Smiths, Ice Spice, Baby X Sosa. Jeez. So you had Salt and Pepper there, Lauryn Hill there, Missy Elliott there, Nicki Minaj there, Gorilla. Yeah, Gorilla's another one. That's another one, Gorilla. Cardi B, she's halfway in that too. And Megan Thee Stallion definitely into drill music. She's like the upper echelon of drill music. Jeez. All right. Lady G, what state are you in? If you don't mind me asking. What state are you in? Like everybody, name your state you in. Because I'm gonna tell you what's going on. This is content. What state are y'all currently in? Carter's in Minnesota. It's a fluky. It's a fluke. It's known 100%. They play that 100%. Like, what state are y'all in? You know what I'm saying? Drake is part of it too. Drake is part of it too. He's kind of in between. He's part of it too. Lil Wayne's part of it too. You know, for the most part. You in Connecticut, B Teller? Whew. Ooh, wee. They play it heavy. You in Canada? So let me ask you this, Lady G. Do they play it in Canada, Toronto, Ottawa? Do they play it heavy up there? Because I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's worldwide now. They play it in the Middle East, Europe, Asia, Africa, different parts of the continent. The list goes on. For the first time, I heard through my lady, they try to get it in Jamaica. They play it in Jamaica too. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, they play it in Jamaica. I'm hearing from her, you know, because she lets me know what's going on. Because they got a thing called, I guess it's a different name. It's a different name in Jamaica. However, they kind of know about the drill music. It's no wonder the youth is messed up down there for the most part. Oh, y'all don't. I hear a lot of y'all don't listen to Drake. I hear about that. I heard that a lot of people in Canada ain't down with Drake like that. So you know you like a few people that told me that. You don't mess with the club crowd right now. So you born in 1980, so you're about what 43? You're about 43 right now, Lady G, right? About 43 or going on 43. You 42 going on 43 or you're already 43? Because you put the 1980, you put out the year you was born. So I'm a 78 baby. I'm about to be 46. Wait a minute. So if I'm about to be 46, 80, you're 44. I'm saying you're 43. You might be 44 unless you're turning 44. Because I'm about to be 46. I'm bugging. NGA, long time. What's up? What's up, NGA? What's happening? Yeah, I know you out there in Texas. Yeah, I just talked about that. Houston, you know. Yeah, Austin, they play heavy down there. Yep. So, okay. Let me see what y'all saying. B Teller. So let me get to Connecticut. Back to Connecticut. So B Teller out there in Connecticut. Yeah, Connecticut, especially Hartford, Springfield, it'd be wild over there in Connecticut. It'd be wild. I remember back in the days, it was a lot going on in Connecticut. I was into Connecticut. I like the area, the environment. Even the hood had its moments too, and it's changed a lot, especially Springfield. Connecticut changed a lot. It's not my cup of tea like it was back in the days. Cause it be some fine sisters in Connecticut. Yo, fellas, it be some back in the days, it was some fine sisters in Connecticut, right? That I came across. They changed a lot up there. It's changed a lot. And the drill music is very prevalent in Connecticut too. Let me see something. So I'm not trying to be nosy. I just want to know the lady's age. Ladies, what are your age? So you say you close to 44, Lady G. B. Taylor. B. Taylor, are you a lady or a guy? Are you a lady or a guy? Because I'm looking at the B. Taylor. So it could be a guy. So I got to be very mindful. You know, some guys got a name with a B too. So B. Taylor, are you a lady or a guy? I just want to know what the ladies think about this drill thing too, because has it affected your relationships? You know, if you're in your 20s and 30s, because I do have ladies in their 20s and 30s. Listen, I believe Carmel Kimmy Kim is in her 20s or early 30s too. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, so you're a guy. Okay, got you. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. So the only lady that's watching right now is Lady G 1980. Okay. The rest of the people that's watching is fellas. Okay. Just want to make sure. I believe Carmel Kimmy Kim is in her mid 20s, early 30s, and it's prevalent in the DMV. It's prevalent in the DMV. You know where I'm going with this? A lot of these drill rappers, they depend on women to do more of the music. So when you look at the drill rappers, right, it's more women doing that than men. It's more women, and you got these pioneers, right? You got Busta Rhymes, 50 Cent, you got Mano, you got who else? Whack 100. You got many of these older guys who gave these guys, they pushed their stuff, right? And they guilty. They guilty because they play a pivotal role in quote unquote black society, right? Pushing women to over sexualize themselves, pushing the young men to go at each other over a block, over a neighborhood, and to see their families, see their men, in most cases ladies, unalive. So they will shut down this drill music next year. Whoever's in office, it's already in the plans because see, what I didn't know is you have Carmelo Harris. I've got to keep it real now. You have her promoting them, giving them money to get so-called black men and so-called black women to vote. In either way, when Little Dirk got caught, that means everything's about to shut down. You're gonna have a lot of them. You're gonna have a lot of them stop doing drill music, try to come up with something else to be demonic, because the governors and the board of governors and the sports of governors and the Fortune 500 companies are going to all get together and say, hey, look, it's affected our family, our, our children playing this acting up. Because what y'all don't realize is that their children is acting up in schools too. You know, what better person to talk about this with than Brainwaves, who deals with a lot. I know Ringo talked about it because he said that his daughter listened to drill music, and he was saying that it's an effect on the children coming up, which is true. And it does have an effect on the youth. It does to an extent. The women rap better than the men. That's not a surprise. That's not a surprise. However, you got to remember the men are helping them push this agenda. And see, what's happening is it's messing it up for the young daughters of Zion who thinking that they need to talk to a man like that. And see, this is going to lead to why I showed that video earlier. Who saw the video of Who Will You Kiss First? Who saw the video? Because see, what's happening is the young daughters of Zion that's coming up of age, consent, 18 and up, right? 18 and up, they are at that time, doing what they need to do. And no men of their age bracket or a decade older, meaning in their mid 20s or early 30s, are coming hollering at them. They hollering at the Gentile ladies. Why? Look what they pushing. They pushing these young ladies to be Sassy Red, to be Gorilla, and the list goes on. And so the young men are going after the Gentile ladies. That's what's going on right now. There's a lot of daughters of Zion who's affected by this, that they're coming to the men of their age group. Because, I see it out here in New York. I see how they talk to the guys their age group, and they be very disrespectful in his face, rapping, have their homegirls, looking at him, saying he ain't nothing, you ain't ish, you ain't got this, you ain't. I mean, they is ruthless for the most part because of that music, and because of that, the young men I'm seeing now here in New York, they getting with the Gentiles. Listen, y'all, this is not a game. These gorillas and Sassy Reds don't realize that they're affecting the daughters of Zion, even though they are Esau. They're the daughters of Esau. The point is, the daughters of Zion don't know nothing about that unless you've been paying attention to me, Ringo, or Brainwaves. You know, one of the Israelite camps pointed that out. So Esau is the one who's pushing this, Black Esau. I mean, you're saying that I've been seeing the daughters of Zion go to white men. There's a lot of so-called white men into drill music. Did you know that, Carter? What you don't realize is a lot of them is into drill music. What if I was to tell you that there's a lot of so-called white men, respectfully, that listen to drill music more than rap? Would you believe that? There's a lot of so-called white men that are lawyers, doctors, practitioners, coaches. Uh-oh, my thing is acting up. They messing with my thing. Hold on, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? They're messing with my thing because I'm telling the truth. Because I'm telling the truth, they're messing with my thing. The minute I said that so-called white men listen to drill music more than you can even imagine, they just told me my thing was being affected. Let me know. Put a 5 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Can y'all hear me? Is there any static? Because see, I was saying some things and I noticed on my screen it said, you have a problem with your internet. Okay. So think about this, right? Think about this, y'all. Think about what I'm saying. What Carter, I'm asking Carter's question. Carter, do you know that a lot of so-called white men listen to drill music? Doctors, lawyers, physicians, school, the list goes on. They listen to that heavy. And so they use the psychosis of the music to get the daughter of Zion. Y'all guys haven't been around the Gentile guys like that. For the most part, you be around your own, which is nothing wrong with that. Yet I've been around Gentile guys who listen to drill music. When I went to the thing, which you didn't know, you had a Middle Eastern guy. When I went to the ladies' event in support of her business, you had a Middle Eastern guy who's married, who's very known in the political world was there. You had another tycoon, that's a Gentile white dude that was there. And you had a shark that knows about the strip joints, right? The strip joints. And he was there. And they into so-called black women. Okay? And when you see, for the most part, most of them, when they get a so-called black woman, believe you and me, they've been studying so-called black men's music, so-called black men's ways, and had a style and an if factor. That's why you've seen it in Minnesota. Because a lot of Gentile men, it's no surprise. A lot of you ladies be saying it. It's true. A lot of Gentile men want to get with the daughter of Zion. Just like the Gentile women want to get with the men of the Lord. That's been going on since the beginning of time. It's just that it's shocking to many of you. However, the way they go about doing it is listening to certain lyrics and they have those conversations with those women and they look past the looks and have certain things because they put that effect on the daughters of Zion. In most cases, it works. You know, how you doing, Marilyn Edwards? Good to see you. Tamia, Conquer and Care, good to see you. And so by the time they reach their 30s and 40s, then they want to come to you, Carter. Guys, I talk with daughters of Zion that's in my age group, and they have told me they've been with other men of other ethnicity. And they asked me, are you okay with that? I said, look, who am I to say anything when I myself have been with Gentile ladies back in the days? My thing is, are you into me or are you still into your past? Because if you're still into your past, then we ain't gonna be together. Because I don't think about my past. I learn from my past. You may find it corny, Carter. They don't find it corny. They don't find it corny. They don't find it corny. Listen, the Ibarasi states, man, you know what I'm saying? The Ibarasi states, it's ruthless. I'm gonna be straight up with you, Carter. It's ruthless. Like a lot of Ibarasi chicks, they like dudes that have a balance. You can't be predictable. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for brothers of your caliber because you're doing the right thing. Why you think a lot of brothers of your caliber is it's like Gentile women is hitting on you more? Like back in the days when me, Ringo, Brainwaves was coming up, you rarely see a Gentile woman dare get with a brother back in those days. There was consequences. I know from experience. So they used to hide us back in the days. Even if we had our stuff together, even if our family were doctors, lawyers, working for the city. If their daughter was catch with us, they catching that phase. Especially if the men will catch with the women of the daughter of Zion. Now, the boys of the Gentile did not get persecuted as much as the women were. So that's why you have a rebellious thing going on now, later on. Listen, this is nothing new. This has happened back in ancient Rome, ancient civilizations. And this is one of the ways you know that this demon entity is coming to an end because look at all the mixtures that's going on. Ladies, tell me if I'm lying. Fellas, tell me if I'm lying. You're seeing an uptick of mix of multitudes such as never before, especially nowadays. Like the youth is rebellious for the most part. They super rebellious around Carter's time. Like, and here's the thing though, even though some of them's rebellious, did y'all know that the youth is a lot more millionaire young people than people my age group? Did y'all know that? There's a guy on YouTube, he's about 24, 25, and he's been doing this thing on YouTube. He got a business company. One thing I want to say about the youth, if you can get them in the right direction, they all can be successful. You can't take that away from them. People my age group, we got to give it to them. They're about their money. And not only that, they know how to work together. So even on the evil side, they know how to work together. On the righteous side, they know how to work together. So that's why I'm saying, Carter, yo, what you're doing now is commendable. And don't ever let other people stir you in the direction of being this and being that to get women's attention. Yo, you'll be taken care of in the South because a lot of Southern chicks, a lot of Southern ladies of your age group will be gladly to take you in. Like I know what I'm talking about, especially Florida, parts of Texas. There's still a lot of young ladies your age group that's not on that, foolishness, and they pretty much was raised decent. And if you're a person that's decent, man, you have bro. In Minnesota, it's ruthless. I know, it's ruthless for young brothers to get a woman to be with them because it's cold for number one, and number two, they've been tainted, super tainted. Like B. Teller said, he's out there in Connecticut. Like listen, I know y'all be like, Rollo, how is it that you deal with the women in New York City? You got to understand that even though I'm in the truth, I have that if factor. It's something about me that even when I was in my 20s and 30s, like ladies love being around me, even when I didn't know I was in the truth. To this day, it's just got to be in you, not on you. And so I would say to Carter, the way you move and the way you carry yourself, I would say, hey man, look at a chick and look at a lady your age group in the South because they're more reasonable. The women's in Minnesota is ruthless. And it's not to say you can't get a woman in Minnesota. It's just that the way you move and the way you talk, they're not going to be digging that, fam. They're not going to dig that conversation with you. And it's not like you don't know how to talk. I'm just letting you know that them young chicks, your age group is ruthless. And I seen the videos. I had conversations with other guys in Minnesota, even my age group. They even telling me it's ruthless for them. The northern state chicks, for the most part, are ruthless now. And it's not to say the women in the South, because you make one mistake with the chicks in the South, that's gonna be your behind. You will be unalive, like Ringo stated. There's a lot of sisters carrying in the South. So don't get it twisted. Don't take their kindness for weakness. You do something wrong, you're gonna be unalive, straight up the box. Cause them ladies in the South know how to do their thing. And that's not to say the women in the North don't get busy. It's just that, the states have their way of doing things. So in the South, all I can tell you is as long as you're being real, you ain't gotta worry about that. And this is gonna let you listen to this. We're gonna listen. You don't want to be like New Breed Messy, because right now he's talking about something. I just got an alert on my phone, or what they say recommendation. So that means he's talking about the situation. And so you don't want to be like that person. You know what I'm saying, guys? You don't want to move the way these guys move it. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Them type of ladies don't forget what you do to them. And it's like they wait for the right time. So what you're about to see with the drill thing is that a lot of ladies who's going to nip it in the bud. You know, I'm hearing Gorillas changing a little bit, Sexy Red changing a little bit. A lot of the ladies is trying to get out of it, yet they sign that blood contract. That's another thing. They signed that blood contract. They trying to get out of it and they too deep into it. So I truly believe that it's unfortunate that a lot of young ladies, it's going to take them about a good 5 to 6 years to get that out of their system. Because, fellas, let me tell you something. When you deal with a lady and she's been psychosis to certain music, remember what I said, certain music, because ladies love to, and even if you're married to your lady, you know they love listening to certain music. That's what keeps them going. So as a man, when you're not around, your lady have to listen to something to keep her going. Guys, this music thing has damaged the ladies and it has affected the men. So much so that you see what you see on the internet today. It has come on to the internet. And this is the reason why I say it's going to be shut down. They have to shut it down because it's affecting their community too. See, it's one thing if it's affecting our community. It's affecting their community. I'm going to show you something. Hopefully, I don't get I don't want to get copyrighted. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. Because I got to be careful what I show. Okay. I can show this. I can show this. Yeah. I want you to see this. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is in the Middle East. This ain't fake. This is in the Middle East, y'all. All right. Let me show y'all this. It says Scene Noise X. That's one of them. Scene Noise X Alchemars, 25 rappers dominated the game in the Middle East 2019. You see? You see now? You see the evidence? You see the evidence going on in Cairo, Egypt, Sudan, Liberia. This is a worldwide thing, y'all. This is a worldwide thing. And see, because it's a worldwide thing, that's why I have to show y'all real quickly that this is not a game. Because when you say something, you have to show something that's, not going to affect your channel, you know. And so I'm showing y'all that real quick, and I removed it real quick. Just do your research. Do your research. This is bigger than this guy being indicted. It's affecting people's families that's connected to certain economics. Because see, even though they made a lot of money off of drill music, now their children is listening to it. So it's affecting their brand. You get what I'm saying? So don't be surprised before the year's over with that the United States of America and the governors have the president sign in office to the people in England, we need to shut this down. So that's what's going on. That's how I look at the situation. Just like with the Diddy situation, and rightfully so. Esau's going down, y'all. What did I say? What did I say? Esau's going down. Esau's going down in the big part of the world to the small molecule of the world. So you're thinking, okay, it's just the daughter of Zion. No, 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 no. It's not only the daughter of Zion, it's worldwide, y'all. It has affected their family. In Little Dirt, it's just the icing on the cake to bring everybody down. That's what they do because it's hitting their family. See, when it wasn't hitting their family, they was okay with it for a while. And when they started seeing their daughters and sons talking about what so-called blacks is doing, and they took it to the next step, yeah, of course they're going to bring down so-called blacks first, and then it's going to be a trickle effect. You just won't hear about it on the news. That's the difference. And so I expect it to be shut down. The mayor of New York will be taken into cuffs 2025. And when that happens, the northern states is going to see a trickle effect. What you're going to see in 2025, you're going to say, man, Rollo, you back to talking about these things again? Yeah, the Most High said to talk about it. I'm going to tell you what's going down. Mayor Adams will be taken in cuffs before Valentine's Day. The mayor of Minnesota, too. Two governors will be in handcuffs. I can't say who because I'm just getting word it's two governors. When that happens, they're going to go back to this video and say, Rollo, who the heck are you? Now I work for the Most High. It's just the Most High, man, to say it. When y'all start seeing that, you're gonna have so-called blacks gonna be so nervous in fear. Not me, not y'all in the chat, not Brainwaves Ringo, Mr. Rufus. We're gonna still do our thing. It's just that you're gonna see a lot of so-called blacks trying to get their cleanup act because it's gonna affect their pockets. And one thing I know is that when your pockets be affected, that's when you want to do good for the people. By then, it's already ordained who's going to planet hell, who's not going to planet hell. Because with this eclipse, we're not even in November, y'all. You're going to have a lot of companies. I want to say this to the U.S. companies. You're going to have a lot of companies going to have to convey to the righteous people. Because, see, they've been putting the wicked people on TV too long, especially on the internet. Let's keep it real. And you're going to see a switch. And that's why they pushing these things. They're trying to clean up certain things because it's our time. Listen, it's our time, y'all. So to you fellas out there, you may not have a lady. Don't worry about that. You're going to have many women coming to you. You're going to be more valuable than what these men got on what these men wearing, what these men driving. You're going to be more valuable than that, fellas. It's just up to you who you're going to take in. I expect it. I expect it to happen. The NBA's been soft. A lot of the content been soft, and a lot of ladies are looking for men and willing to get out of that lifestyle. Let me tell you this before I go. Back in the days, if you was not a guy that had a certain style, you may not have certain connects, they wouldn't talk to you. Nowadays, ladies are trying to be discreet and get with a dude and not trying to be all in the videos. Back in the days, women wanted to be all in the videos. Now, with everything going on, all these little dirts, you know, P. Diddy, rightfully so, everybody going down. And the list goes on. So ladies are looking, even the ones watching in my chat. Watch this, fellas. Watch this. Ladies are watching. They're like, you know what? Your probably wasn't on my radar. You might be on a radar, you don't even know it. As long as you do what you're supposed to do as a man, stay out of the way, stay out of drama, stay out of foolishness, stay out of nonsense. Carter, do your thing. Don't even worry about the ladies in Minnesota. And I'm gonna tell you this, man, if you do what we talked about, me and Brainwaves, Carter, if you do that, you start focusing on other avenues of income. Don't even worry about the ladies. Handle your business. Step your game up. Get your place. Get things situated for yourself. And you start pushing that fear stuff out of you and just do it. Because even if you fail, like for me, if I fail, I try. It's better to know and make that move. And if it was meant, it's meant. If it's not, it's not. It's something about a man when he tries, even if he doesn't get that opportunity. Carter, the days of playing it safe, I'm just being a man to my young brother. Them days are over. Because one thing about the other side of those guys, even though they're on the left side, they're not in fear of what they do. One thing I learned a long time ago, when you're not in fear, when you're not in anxiety, when you don't put pressure on you, people gonna respect you and people gonna support you. Carter, if you don't take anything from this, I don't know what else to tell you. Respectfully. Let me say this, Brother Zax, right? Had the conversation with him. And it's like he grew up so much. He sees what I'm talking about now. Zach sees it so much so that I don't have to talk to him about it. It's just like he knows what to say now because he gets it. It's to the point he's having fun with the scary good things that's going on in his life. Carter, I see that in you. The question is, do you see it in yourself? You can't worry about who's with who. You can't worry about who's getting with who. Let me tell you, young guys, something. I don't even worry about that. You know why? Because I need to do what's right. I'm to the point right now, you know, back in the days, you will see, you will hear certain things. Now, I got people that you don't even know saying, Rollo, man, you speaking without fear, even to people you know that don't play. And I say, you know what? The Most High don't play. Yeah, they don't play. I know the Most High don't play. And I don't play with my Father's business. Because at the end of the day, if I don't do what he say, he gonna let it be known. And the Most High don't play with nobody. So that's all I'm saying. Like, yo, get your stuff together. You may say, Rollo, come on, man. I know y'all wanna be with a lady. I'm giving y'all the truth. Ringo said it. Ringo's a married man. He has daughters. Brainwaves, they give y'all information. What's your excuse? You are in a situation to where your life could change like that, Carter. Get on those things. The only thing they could do is reject you. It's better to try than to be in fear. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I can't get back my 20s. I learned a lot of mistakes I made, Carter. Do not be that same person. You don't want to be my age, being out here wondering if you're gonna get this, get that. You have the chance. Stop being afraid. Like I told Zach, now Zach is not afraid no more. It's to the point that I said, yo, you see that? Go for it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get that itch, man. What y'all waiting for? That's for you ladies too. You see a man you may be interested in, the only thing he can say he's not interested in you. Because you cannot get mad, ladies, if another lady talk to him and he's walking with her, and you pour mouth in yourself saying, oh, I wanted him. No, you didn't put yourself out there. Some men are not going to approach you no more like they used to. We're in those times that men are being mindful of what they say to a woman because it could be used against them. It's not fear, it's just the climax, the area they're buying. So you may not be that sister that will put a brother in jail, set him up. However, with all this stuff going on, it is what it is. You just gotta let it be known. And if he's not in the right spirit, right mind, then you got your answer. You remove yourself from that situation. So we're about almost an hour in. That's my take about this situation. And I want to give a shout out to Forever Studios. Forever Studios, thanks again for the support on the Cash App. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Good to see everybody tuning into the show. For those of you in the clouds, thank y'all for liking the video and share this video. We're going to break down the entity another time. Today is not the day. You know, we got to talk about serious stuff because he is not in position to talk about things are ending when things are ending on his end and he has not repented, he has not moved on and making better decisions. You get what I'm saying? So I'm about to get on out of here. I know the game is on right now. The Knicks is on. Today is TGIF. All praises to the Most High. Thank y'all for all tuning in. Thank y'all for liking the video. We should have had more likes. It's all well and good. Appreciate Carter for tuning in. Carter can reach out to me behind the scenes anytime. You know, Tamia, thank you for tuning in to the show. Rizza Yisraelela, you know, to all the mods, thank y'all for making sure the channel is flowing. You know, this is a good one. You know, good to see you, Rizza Yisraelela. Mrs. Marilyn Edwards, Lady G 1980. B. Teller, good to see you, bro. Hanson, Forever Studio, the only mind in the building. Yeah. So y'all tell me what you think about this. I'm looking forward to seeing what the ladies and fellas going to say about this in the comment section. You know, because appreciate those who've been talking in the comment section. You know. So I'm going to get on out of here. That's my take on it. It will be shut down before the year's over with. You know, it's affected many areas, environments, and the list goes on. So, thank you for all tuning in, to the Daughters of Zion, to the Gentiles that also tune in, to the fellas and to the Gentiles out there that's doing their thing. Y'all take it easy out there. Enjoy the rest of your Sabbath. You know, I had to talk about this. This is a very serious subject. You know, I wanted to take it in a different direction. That's what the Most High wanted me to do. You got these copycatters that's, copying Ringo's style. It's crazy. They're trying to do the same thing he doing, try to move the way he moved. It's hilarious at this point. Hilarious, disturbing. The point is, salute to Ringo, the identical twins, and other people that's talking about it. Hey, shout out to y'all. I just wanted to say they know, the people in the know, they know I'm telling the truth. And when it comes to fruition, they're gonna be like, wow, wow. Oh, give all praise to the most high. And so get out there and get it, y'all. Like I said, the money's there, you know, the opportunities is there for you fellas and ladies. It's up to you. So I'm out. If anybody else support the Cash App, I'll shout you out on the next video. And with that said, I'm out.